According to the international journal Nature, not counting Antarctica, only about 23% of the world's land surface today is wilderness, a sharp decline in just the last 2 decades. A 2018 Nature study found the remaining wild, untouched areas are primarily found in only 5 countries: Russia, Canada, Australia, Brazil, and the United States. The UN says today most natural habitats are severely threatened by some form of human pressure. That threat has sparked a global movement known as rewilding, a massive undertaking to bring areas back to their natural state.
Rewilding really is synonymous with hope, and it's all about giving nature an opportunity to heal.
Rewilding is restoring not only the land, but also species that historically occurred here.
The documentary, The Rewilders, highlights rewilding efforts around the globe, from British Columbia to Montana, from Patagonia to parts of Europe and the Cape of South Africa.
You bring back the animals and let nature play itself out.
The renowned efforts of Tompkins Conservation brought back jaguars to the southern cone of Chile and Argentina.
The absence of the top predator brings chaos to the system. You bring a top predator back, in this case the jaguar, and it begins to sort out everything else.
So when you talk about rewilding, you talk about reestablishing ecosystems. That's positive from a biodiversity point of view.
Mark Angelo is a renowned Canadian river conservationist and executive producer of the Rewilders. He's bringing attention to rewilding efforts both on land and waterways around the world.
I've been involved in the restoration and rewilding of a number of toxic rivers, and I've come to believe that you should never give up on any river.
I met up with Angelo at the San Dieguito River Valley in Del Mar, a place he visited 30 years ago. He says back then it was degraded landscape. Today he sees thriving wetlands and salt marsh.
The number of fish in both the river and the lagoon have increased dramatically, not only in terms of number, but in terms of abundance. It's created habitat for endangered species like the California least tern. Also, there are so many birds that live here.
Angelo points out creating this outdoor recreation area is good for public wellness and communities.
On top of that, we've got those climate benefits in that wetlands, which are disappearing along much of the west coast of North America. To reestablish one here, areas like this are really important in terms of a natural buffer against rising sea levels.
Angelo, who has studied over 1,000 rivers worldwide, joined me back in 2017 along the Tijuana River and tracked the trash and the pollution south of the border. When it rains, this whole channel fills up with water, and all of the sewage and the toxic waste flows north. Angelo has spearheaded rewilding efforts along the Fraser River in British Columbia.
Our goal is to protect, to reclaim, to rewild.
Pacific salmon are a keystone species for our area. When they return, their bodies bring back nutrients from the ocean. It feeds other animals, other fish, wildlife, and plants.
American Prairie is working to bring back American wildness.
What's missing on the landscape? You should see a herd of bison, an elk behind them, and pronghorn behind them, and maybe a wolf or a grizzly bear at the same time.
American Prairie says their bison number over 800 animals. They've amassed a land base of private land and public grazing leases that exceed 500,000 acres, with a target of growing to 3.2 million acres, comparable to the size of Connecticut, a mission that puts them in conflict with cattle ranching in the same area.
I think bison generally present a threat kind of existentially to what people see as their way of life out here.
While some rewilding initiatives can be controversial, the UN has listed rewilding as one of several methods needed to achieve massive scale restoration of natural ecosystems.
Oftentimes, the very largest creature is creating habitats for a lot of the much smaller creatures as well.
The Samara Karoo Reserve, one of the largest private reserves in South Africa, combines rewilding and luxury conservation-driven tourism.
Samara's pioneered the reintroduction of the first lion, the first cheetah, and the first elephant back into this region in over 100 years.
We all deserve a much wilder world.
The Rewilders documentary shows how bringing together all of the pieces of the ecological puzzle enables ecosystems to flourish. Here in San Diego County, the San Diego River Valley restoration enabled 270 different species of birds to now call that area home. The documentary is primarily playing at film festivals around the world. You can see where it's playing at the Rewilders website. We have a link under this story on 10news.com.